Hi guys, welcome back to Tarot by Foxy. I am your host, Foxy True Love, and I am here with you on a Wednesday, August 7th. I've just been doing as many videos as possible just because I am like so psyched about the Lionsgate portal that's opening up. I mean, technically it's tomorrow, 8/8, but I'm already, it doesn't just go like this, you know, it's like before and after kind of like shadow periods, with the energy leading up to the portal, I know it's been absolutely huge and I want to capitalize on it. And just in case you're in that same sort of mood where you really want to capitalize on the intense energy and the transformations that you can receive right now, I have another reading for you today. Today, finally, we have a little guest appearance by Bear. Bear's definitely the most psychic creature in the home. I wish I could take credit for that, but I know that I can't. It's Bear. So he's joining us today because he's feeling the energy coming too. So he's a little lion in a lot of ways, and he wants you to hear him roar, or meow in this case. So yesterday was insane. If you watched yesterday's video, there were like so many synchronicities that went along, and I was like, honestly, I was shell-shocked. I feel like I was completely bombarded by like what I like pulled, and I couldn't even reflect on it appropriately at the time. I'd been hung up on it for the rest of the evening, like all the things that happened, the cards I was pulling multiple times, and the energy, and like so many swords, and there was so much going on that it just seems like definitely like the messages are coming in super strong right now. Like they want to be received by anyone who's open to them. So because I wasn't really sure what was going to come out yesterday, I had pulled some cards prior to the reading just to kind of give me sort of like a vibe and start to receive some sort of direction there. So I normally don't do that, but it worked out like very interestingly for me last night. So I'm going to do it again today. Now, full disclosure, my channel here on YouTube, it's new. You know, like I've been doing tarot like throughout my life, but doing a tarot YouTube channel is definitely new for me. So I appreciate anyone who watches. I would love if you would like and subscribe, obviously, but just please continue to watch my content and help me grow and watch me kind of like get better at like presenting this to you in a way that you can digest via YouTube. So with that being said, I'm going to present the cards that I pulled prior to this reading, and it's more like, so with this Lionsgate portal, the way I'm feeling it is like it's all about like truth-telling, truths being revealed, and like this is like not just like on an everyday, it's really not on like a day-to-day level. It's like big picture stuff. So whether like individually or with the collective, like the changes that are happening and the truths that are kind of coming out right now are extremely big picture and like are making like huge shifts with like inside of us, and then also the way that like the world is turning right now. And so like with truths being spoken, it's this huge emphasis on the throat chakra and like self-expression and being authentic and speaking your truth, you know. And then when you are that way, you can also take others' truths and not take them personally, but, you know, actually sort of start to collaborate with the people around you and be in these authentic connections as well. So what I did pull today, and this is more of a general reading, I didn't want to do a love reading, maybe I'll come back for one, but I got Carrying Connections for our theme card, our energy card. Carrying Connections, like, yeah, I mean, what I really feel, and you'll see with the rest of the cards, but what I really feel with Carrying Connections is that, like, this is the time for to love and be loved, and we all know what artificial love feels like. We all know what forced love feels like. What, you know, these superficial connections, like we all know what that feels like. You know, we can't avoid them. You have to placate people and play in the sandbox nicely. But Carrying Connections is like a totally different vibe. You know, like we want carrying connections, and in order to have those, like that is like what sustains us. Like there was this study that I saw about like people in isolation, or it was baby monkeys actually, which is terrible, but or orangutans being in isolation, of being born and then away from their mother and their family, and they like died. They didn't have a good outlook at all. Like we need to be around people. We need to have connection. It was terribly sad, but I love to isolate and introvert myself. I do, but carrying connections, I know that that's not natural. Like what I, need to do is be authentic in myself and be a part of a tribe, find my tribe. And anyways, you have to put yourself out there as your real, genuine self in order to find people that fit into your world, and then you fit into theirs, and like these caring connections. So then I pulled some advice cards, and it was Veil of Illusion. So lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. And again, this authentic truth-telling, this is kind of hard to see. I'll work on that. It's like the same keywords, the same like buzz stuff that keeps coming up. Authenticity, seeing truth, like, I guess does it say truth? Yeah, seeking truth. But, truth is implied by like, lifting the veil and, illusions, like, what's beyond the smoke and mirrors, like what's really going on underneath, the truth. And sometimes it's all right here. Everything we need to know, the truth is already within us. We just need to, let it out and let go of the illusions. Easier said than done, of course, but it's all possible within you. And once you do it, it's a butterfly effect. And then, other people, it does spread around and circulate through the collective. And we all can feel those strong energies right now. And then the other advice card that I got was Inner Vision. Inner vision, cut through your fog of confusion with your power of discernment. So the way I took that was just in regards to these connections, the caring connections. So we need to learn to be more discerning with what we give our energy to and who we give our energy to. You could definitely take this as a love reading right now, because if you have a person, you can kind of discern, friendships, relationships, dynamics with your job or your family or whatever. You need to be discerning about who you let into your circle, especially when you are being, your own authentic person and you're finally working on that part of you. Like the people that aren't aligned with that, they need to go. They do see themselves out a lot of the time, is what I found. However, you might need to, evaluate some of these connections and make sure that you're only keeping the caring ones in your life. I know that isn't 100% foolproof. Sometimes we just have to deal with idiots. But anyways, so along there, this is a new one for the channel. These are the Light Oracle cards. I don't like always reading in the guidebook. I think it takes too long, so I don't tend to use some of these, but Transformation got pulled. I just thought it was real pretty, and it really captures like the essence of like the portal right now. I just feel like this love and light and positivity and change and warmth and power, like self-power as well, inner power, healing. It says it on here. So transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And this isn't just for you, this is for everyone. Something about the cellular level really like shakes me. It kind of leaves me at like a loss for words. It takes my breath away, kind of like yesterday, like changing like fundamentally, like the blueprint of who you are. Like we have these roots, and we know, we have these roots, but there's a whole lot of fluff. There's a whole lot of noise that is, holding us back as individuals and then as a whole as well. And with transformation, deep healing can occur. And when it happens on a cellular level, you can, you work on like your embodiment as a person and where you feel your feelings and where you hold your feelings and everything. When you're able to do that, you literally transform your body on a cellular level. And there's that mind-body connection, and it's all related. The journey we're on is just massive right now. So the Calm card, it's from my Green Witch deck. The Calm card is a cup of tea, patience, and reassessment. Good stuff, right? Because this is overwhelming. The energy is so intense. It's like really exciting, positive, like we all want to go this direction, but it can be a lot to absorb. I know for me personally it has been. But cup of tea, patience, and reassessment. So sometimes if it's all too much, you just need to take a step back and take a rest and go inward and with these things in mind, and you meditate on these things, and the truths will come, because like I said, they are there inside of you. You just need to clear away some of the noise and access them. So sit with a cup of tea, and do the things that you need to do to slow down, and that's when things normally come in that are positive for you. So I'm just going to pull a few cards here because that's the whole point of doing this. I didn't want to just come here and just Dear Diary you guys with the cards I pulled before I turned the camera on. So we're just going to calm our heads and calm our hearts, and let's receive the messages clearly. And Spirit, I know that you have a lot to say right now. I know you feel very strongly about the opportunities that lie before us. So please calm my head and calm my heart so that I can hear your messages clearly. I'll do 3 cards. Keep it quick. We'll do 3 cards. And please join me again tomorrow. So, all right, Judgment. Ace of Pentacles. And the Fool. Yeah. More of this kind of like scary, nerve-wracking change, like judgment, like things are coming to light, things that are bigger than us. Like sometimes it's like you get mad, when people like get away with stuff. You're like, hey, especially when like you can't get away with those same things, like integrity is there was a lot, there is a lot going on in the world where it's like, do people even like have integrity anymore? Things are so freaking wacky and perverted, and just, people just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if everyone on this earth is even earthly. But anyway, so like with Judgment, again, like these truths are coming out and people are speaking their truth, individually. And with that, like, people are, when you are authentic and you speak your truth, the other person or like the other parties that are involved, like they're the ones that have to reckon with your truth, so judgment does come into play here because, if you are being authentic and good and trying to establish caring connections, and then someone is out to be deceitful or using you or taking advantage of the situation, like judgment is going to be called upon here in a huge, huge way. And again, I'm talking about like, your interpersonal relationships, like your karma is coming around. Okay. So hopefully you're on the right track here. I don't know what to say otherwise, but I think if you're with Foxy today, that you've got good things coming to you. You are aware of what's going on, and you've planted some seeds, and you're gonna kind of get the good karma here. But unfortunately, like those individuals or institutions that have been getting away with a lot for a long time, that's not going to happen anymore. We're going to see a big shift. And I'm not political, man, but like a lot of this stuff is really like giving kind of election vibes, like I am not political. Please don't come at me about any of this, please. And I am sorry if you are outside of North America or the United States, like what the opinions are. I don't know what's going on in your neck of the woods, and I apologize for my ignorance on that. Okay, Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. So like going into unknown territory, when you can run your same programs and they're not genuine to you, most likely they're exhausting to you, and they aren't getting you very far, but they are keeping you alive. They're keeping you, the programs that we work on a daily basis, they get you through the day. They do that, like, not necessarily being in survival mode, so to speak, but, your programs, your routines, it is what makes your world go from one day to the next. It's the flow that you have. And sometimes it can be really, it is really scary to interrupt those patterns and start new ones, because we're not really sure. Like we just have this feeling inside that it's not right for us, but we don't have any concrete, tangible proof that it's going to pay off in the future to become authentic and to live authentically and to speak your truth no matter what it costs you. And with the Ace of Pentacles, like I'm seeing that, the value of speaking your truth and being authentic and having caring connections, like it might start small from a material standpoint. Like, you in a sense, you might have to break down and rebuild certain parts of your life. You can't just jump right into the Ten of Pentacles. You can't just jump into like earthly success. You have to deconstruct and let the walls down and, kind of like burn to ashes and then rise up from those ashes. And so the Ace of Pentacles, what that's really saying to me is that, you will receive from this change. It might come small, but it will come. And when you see those small returns, just know that those small returns will get bigger and bigger and bigger as long as you stay on that path. Okay. But don't expect overnight changes. Don't expect to just, start making these shifts in your life and then expect to yield like super crazy results, especially material results like money and things like that. Like, it might not be there for you quite at the level that you either have it now or are expecting it to be, but see that sign as a small win, that it will build. It will continue to build. And then the Fool, like kind of like what I was just saying. I mean, everybody just embrace their Fool energy, okay? Because there's new beginnings, whether you like it or not. At least he's got a dog with him. Like, if you don't have any sort of companionship with this journey that you're on, I got a dog like earlier this year, and it's made a tremendous difference in my life because it's like some level of grounding and stability when everything is kind of up in the air, So even the Fool has a certain support system, a certain level of groundedness to them. However, not quite sure. It's just a very, like, I wouldn't say naive, but it's a very innocent kind of energy. You just want to be true to yourself and to the cause. And even if that means, like I think society today will tell you like, oh, that's foolish. Don't do that. Don't make a career change. Don't upheave your life. Don't start over in a new city. Don't invest in something risky. Like, don't do any of that. And like, yeah, because they want to keep you stuck in the patterns that are no longer working for us as individuals and as a whole. We need the Fool energy so desperately right now, and you need to just let go and not be afraid. And I know that it's hard to let go, and you might be scared the whole time, but that's part of it, okay? And try not to think about the scary parts. Try to think of like the courageous new beginnings that you are embarking on with this energy. So, with that being said, you come back and see me again, yeah? I need you guys. We're gonna keep rolling with this, all right? Good luck to ya tonight, and I'll check in tomorrow, and we'll see how the portal's treating everybody. So, with that being said, this is Tarot by Foxy. I'm your host, Foxy True Love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.